You've done songs with Dave East.
Yeah.
What'd you think about him?
With Dave East.
I'm sorry?
I did a song with Dave East.
You did a song with Dave East. I was actually listening to it on the way here, man. Both of you guys were spitting on that song.
Appreciate that. It's called Going Down for everybody that, haven't heard of it.
Dave East recently called Lil Nas X's Old Town Road super whack.
Yeah, I saw that.
Have you heard Old Town Road?
Yeah, I like it.
I like it too.
I mean, I think there was a little. I think because after he said that, right, he got mad backlash behind it, right, and then he took the post down, correct?
Well, he was on live, so you can't really take it down, can you?
Oh, it was on live.
I think it was on live. People just recorded it.
But then did he post something after that with him listening to the song or something like that?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think when you're on live, you just say shit, whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't really, that shit probably just came out of nowhere, and he just said that without really fully thinking about that. You know what I mean? But what I think is like, there's a lot of people that say his music is trash. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of people that say my music is trash. There's a lot of people that say whatever. So everybody's entitled to their own opinion. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like the Old Town Road song is a dope song. I think it's different. You know what I mean? Like it's just a kid being himself, and there's space for that. You know what I mean? Like art, just because Dave East is making like he spits bars, like you know what I mean, like just because somebody else that doesn't do that type of music, that doesn't automatically make it trash. You know what I'm saying? Or there's other people that don't do what he do and they'll say he's trash. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like it's really depending on what you feel is hot and what you feel is trash. And I feel like everybody is entitled to their own opinion. But I feel like he also recanted that too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Once he felt that fire, he kind of went back on that too. Like, I feel like if he really felt like that, he should have just stood on it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I just interviewed Cassidy, and we were talking about the situation.
Cassidy. I mean, him was talking too and shit. Shout out to Cassidy.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he got a battle.
He got a battle. What you think about this battle? Are you in tune with this battle? What's going on?
Yeah, man. I went to his last battle when he did Battle Disaster. I think this one's going to be epic. I mean, Cassidy's crazy in terms of battle rapping. Forget about it. Yeah. Like, Cassidy's a fucking animal. But he pointed out something interesting, which I didn't really think about. I mean, who put on Dave East? Who's the rapper who put him on?
Nas.
And what's the name of the dude that does Old Town Road?
Oh, Lil Nas.
So I think that there's a certain level of like...
Oh, I mean, I guess, you know what I mean? I guess. That's
he's calling himself Lil Nas X.
He's just feeling a little, protective about that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, that's the dude. I mean, Nas is the guy who changed his life. This is why I think I'm probably never going to get a Dave East interview, just because I made, comments about Nas's beat picking. I'm sure Dave probably feels a certain type of way about it.
You said something about Nas's beat picking?
I've said that after Illmatic, Nas is the worst beat picker of all time.
Oh, man.
I've said this. Bro. I've said this to Large Professor. I've said this to Salam Remy. I've said this to Ron Browse, a bunch of Nas's producers. Like, I've stood my ground on this. But
and what did they say?
They some of them disagreed. Some of them understand where I'm coming from. Large Professor kind of said, he didn't agree, but he didn't totally disagree. Because I think that, especially someone like him.
Nas had dope, like one mic after that. Like that was a dope ass beat. So, what else? Yeah,
he would have dope ass beats, but when you looked at his projects, it would have a lot of like fast forward tracks. I felt in terms of like the beat selection compared to like what he did on Illmatic. Would you say that's his
beats, or would you say just his song structure? Or would you say you would equate that to the beats?
I would say the beats. I say that for whatever reason, he doesn't pick the hottest beats. You know, I've never said anything bad about his rhymes. I think he's a dope ass.
He's dope.
Rapper.
Lyrically, he's dope. But some people make better songs, like sonically make better songs.
Yeah, I mean, to be a great songwriter, you have to pick the right beat for your voice and have to pick the right chorus, and it all has to come together. You know, this isn't spoken word.
Maybe you should sit down with him one day in a session and like help him pick some beats.
I would love to. Matter of fact, Large Professor said that when all the original Illmatic producers get back together and, you know, make that Nas album that everyone wants, like I should get some A&R credit for it. And, you know, on Nas's newest album, the one with Kanye, you know, on Simple Things, everyone pretty much says that he's responding to me. When he says never sold a record for the beat, it's my verses they purchase. Without production, I'm worthless, but I'm more than the surface. And I feel like since I've been the loudest voice on this, and I've done so many interviews, he didn't mention my name, but everyone pretty much was like, as soon as it came out, everyone's like, yo, Nas is responding to you. Like,
Vlad, and when it all comes together and we get that album we want, you're going to get some credit on that. A&R nudging.
Are you a fan of Dave East? Are you a fan of
I am a fan of Dave East. Yeah, I think he's dope. Like I said, we've never done an interview. I've never met him. But I think he's dope. He
told me he don't like you.
Oh, really?
Nah, I'm lying. I'm lying. I'm playing.
I've heard him say
that? Have you heard that?
I've heard that it's not that he doesn't like me. I've heard that he doesn't like my interviews. Which is fine. My interviews aren't for everybody.
Yeah, it's not. It's not for everybody.
That doesn't mean that I'm going to start bashing Dave East because he doesn't like my interviews. I still think he's dope. You know, he still has he's got an open platform. If he ever wants to come through. You know, tell me what you don't like about my interviews. We'll do it on camera.